I don't get it.
Podcast.
I
So
love
you're
that
catching
Lauren.
us in the middle of a conversation in which I just realized that Naz still voluntarily wakes up at 6 a.m. when you're off.
My body does it. I'm on an incredible circadian rhythm.
Are you trying to be? This is like one of Naz's things where it's like her health and wellness like thing where she's
so proud of it. I love being a morning person so much. And I think waking up early is the key to success in life. I really do.
Actually, that's so rude. I was listening to a podcast.
I know you hate when I talk about
I
this
think it's
so
much. Rude because there's like this stigma that people who are night people and who are not morning people are like not as productive and successful. And I was listening to a podcast and there was a sleep expert on it. I'll send it to you. And the sleep expert said that it's all about doing what works best for your body and that we need to cut the stigma out that night people are like, what?
Says every expert ever.
Oh, really?
Do what's right for your body. I don't know.
Well, I know, but like they said that there's people like their brains are wired in two different directions, and to make people who are night people wake up early, it makes them not as effective. So it's like you really just have to be able to work at the right time that you can work at. And it made me think a lot of Lauren Jack. Because we used to make fun of Jack so much for people. He had a really wacky schedule. Mine is like, I understand. My schedule is like pretty, like, I am now in this schedule where I put Dawson to bed. Ideally, like we like putting him to bed at like 11 so that he sleeps in like a lot. And then I will stay up way too late. I know until
What time do you go to bed?
I've been going to bed for the past couple of months at 2 a.m.
But when do you wake up?
Well, I mean,
Like
if
10?
I could, I'd sleep till like 11:30. But yeah, 10.
so crazy.
But
Today it was
you're
10.
just getting your 8 hours at a
Yeah, I'm
different
getting
time
my
that
8
I'm getting
hours.
my. Yeah, I think that's great.
Well, right. But that's.
Well,
but don't you feel like when you said like I love that I'm on this schedule and blah, blah, don't you think that you said it a little bit snotty, like a little bit like you know that's what society wants you to do?
We're both right. Because I think everyone should do what's right for their body, obviously. But I think I've read so much that it's like, you're absolutely right. And maybe it's wrong that it's like, excuse me, like if you wake up early, you'll
Early
you'll
bird
be more
catches the
productive.
worm.
Yeah, like high achievers, successful people. You're absolutely right. That's totally like a stereotype out there.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I love that I'm naturally like this because I love the morning. Because of so many reasons. Like, literally, I went to the beach yesterday, and because my body wakes up with the sun, so lately it's been waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. now. But I also sleep with my curtains open, and sometimes I close it when I know I want to sleep in. But I woke up, and in LA, Ashley, no traffic to go to the beach. I'm the first one at the beach. Parking is 10 times cheaper before 10 a.m. And I'm just like, this is glorious. Like, I love it. And that's like one little reason why I love being a morning person.
I just think like the only benefit, I'm not the only, but one of the main benefits of like being a morning person is being able to like get like all your shit done, because like if you say you start your day, you wake up at like 11 or 12, I feel like things close by the time you get around to like going to need things.
Do you guys remember episode 1 of the Kardashians on Hulu when Kris Jenner was like, I'm having like my day's over by 11. Like I am on a Kris Jenner schedule where I wake up, I have an hour off my phone. I meditate. I visualize. I journal. Then I do emails. And literally by like, if I don't have a shoot, like by 11, I'm done with like the shit on my list, quote unquote, for the day. And I can like use the rest of the day to do whatever I want. And it's amazing. I mean, that's very rare because normally I have to work. But on days where I don't have like a shoot, it's amazing.
I will say that, like, I wish that I was programmed like that because I do think that it's more, obviously it's more effective with society because of the time that things open and the time that things close.
Right.
So it's like when I'm doing work on my computer at night, which is usually like when I'll do emails and stuff once Dawson's asleep, obviously I'm not, but at least from my point of view, like it's so late that like I'll get an answer in the morning.
But I was gonna say it's all perspective shift, because technically the way you're living your life, you could argue that you're just doing everything the day before, actually. If you reframe it that way,
jump on everyone.
Like you're actually doing tomorrow. You're doing tomorrow's stuff today, so you're even like ahead of me.
I wish that I would say that was the truth, but we know that's not the truth.
But it can be.
It could be if I got a nanny, which I'm really thinking that like I need to get somebody. I know that like this probably comes up all the time in these rambles, but like I probably need somebody a couple hours each day of the week.
I think we should do a podcast on nannies, because you know how
there's a stigma around nannies.
Well, there is? Well, I was just going to say, I have 3 close friends in my life. You're one of them who have kids now. And I feel like finding a nanny's hard. Maybe we should do a podcast on nannies.
Yeah.
That would
because there's
not
a
be
whole,
the worst
I've
idea.
talked to so many of my friends about, I remember when, I won't say like names, but one of my friends, she was like, it's scary, first of all, like
so
trusting
scary.
a nanny.
You don't want them
literally
driving around with your kids. That's scary.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever be okay with the drive.
And then wanting to get along with them, it's like, what boundaries do you have with the nanny? Do you want to be best friends with your nanny? Do you want your nanny to just like come in and out and be like an employee? Like, but they're also like holding your child. And then with COVID, I'm sure that makes nanny shit even 10 times more complicated. And
this is such a good topic. We need to go into this.
And I'm so
the nanny diaries.
I would also love to hear about like from an au pair, because like in the UK they don't fuck around. Like you go to school to be a nanny, and being a nanny is like highly acclaimed. And I feel like there's a stigma in the United States that being a nanny isn't as like cool, which I think is kind of fucked too. Because I think it's really cool to like
a really huge responsibility.
Yeah, you're helping someone raise. I don't want to say raise their child, but take care of their child. I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing.
We could even do a nanny horror story podcast.
Well, that's a nanny horror story would be great, because that would be like,
it's
do you remember
so much
the
more
Scarlett
interesting when
Johansson
people
movie?
fail at their job.
No, but we should do both, because we also don't want to scare new moms out of getting nannies.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
I don't want to contribute to the stigma.
You guys, did you remember the Scarlett Johansson movie / the book, The Nanny Diaries?
Was that Scarlett Johansson
or
was that?
Yeah,
it was
I never
Scarlett
Brittany
Johansson.
Murphy?
No, there's another nanny movie about Brittany Murphy, but like really, I don't know, I never saw that one, but the really good one in my point of view.
Did you guys see the 90s photo of Scarlett that I sent you on Instagram yesterday?
No. I saw everything.
Pretty sure
you
I
sent me
DM'd
on
it to both
Instagram.
you guys. Oh, maybe I thought I sent it to you guys.
I think you thought it.
Her face has not changed.
It's not here.
She is a sex icon, Scarlett.
She
Johansson.
has gotten veneers, though.
She has. I mean,
Yes.
who hasn't?
I know. And who hasn't? There's just this TikTok account that she goes through every single celebrity and shows their progression over the years with their teeth. It's very interesting.
Whoa, can you send it to me?
Yeah.
Lauren, if I didn't know you, I would think that you had veneers.
What?
Really?
Yeah. Look
Why?
at your fucking teeth.
Are you kidding?
You know the
Actually,
ultimate
look
veneer
at her
lady?
teeth.
You know
she looks like she has veneers.
Just wear my
No.
retainer.
No, like my teeth don't look that.
I think
amazing as
everyone
yours.
here has very good teeth.
Well, yeah.
That's the one thing. My parents cheap out on everything in life. Like even when it came down to goddamn Fruit Loops. Like I had
That's right.
I had Walmart everything, but I will say God bless me, because my mom, I don't know, maybe it's because she came from such a poor part of Dominican Republic. She just had a mission where she's like, my kids are gonna have good teeth, and they fucking invested. And I had like 4 years, retainer 2 years. Like I went through years of my life for this fucking smile.
Did you have like a really messed up smile? Before?
No, but I think Chris did. But but obviously it wasn't like
yeah,
yeah.
It's
it
so
wasn't
funny.
this.
Like it's a rite of passage now. Like who doesn't get braces?
like saying the word orthodontist is part of teenagehood.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta
yeah,
go
but
to
then
orthodontist
it's something
today.
you
I
gotta
gotta
go to
early.
the orthodontist.
Yeah.
You guys, first off,
You come back with your McDonald's because you went to the orthodontist.
Yes. Can I tell you that the orthodontist brings you so much nostalgia? Like, because my orthodontist, what was his name? Dr. Larry Kawa. It just popped in my head. I don't know why. They would have fucking merch. It was the most 90s experience.
No
They would
way.
play.
They
They would
had
play
merch?
yacht. Florida orthodontist. They would play
Rock?
yacht rock. There'd be dolphins on the fucking ceiling. It was literally like going to like teeth heaven.
What was your go-to color for your
for the rubber bands.
For the rubber bands,
I would do multicolor. I was a LGBTQ advocate way back then.
Lauren, I'm surprised you didn't do black all the time.
Do you know what I did? Silver, so it didn't look fucking stupid. I would do silver every time.
Oh my God, wait, Lauren. Wait, you guys remember clear? And clear was the worst because if your teeth were yellow, then you're just fucking braces
You're
are yellow.
staining the clear too. Yeah.
Can I talk for a second here?
Sorry.
Okay, everybody got so hyped for a second. You know what I don't get it was? That like I have been so self-conscious about the amount of times that I interrupt on this podcast and talk over that my goal for today was to not do that. So I'm trying to stay back and wait till
Excuse me, please. May I speak?
Yes. Yes, because I was just thinking, like, I think it's funny. Like, I think with the three of us talking, it's funny. But I wonder for the listeners, they get really annoyed because they can't hear like one thought at once.
Yeah,
that's a great goal, Ashley, and I will take that on as a personal goal as well. I'm not good at it, and I will not to get too back into my spiritual life, but
okay, Courtney.
I'm so the Courtney. I'm so the Courtney of the podcast. Men, especially with Father's Day being so recent, men get cut off so much that like they literally never get listened to. And I always think like when I cut you guys off on the podcast, I'm always so hyper aware now when I cut off a man because I feel like they can never like get their thoughts out. Like no one listens to them.
In a group of men, in a group of women, yes.
Yeah.
Right? In a group of
women. Even
when
I'm just talking to a man, I feel like I find myself being like, yeah, like talking to them how I talk to you guys. And I'm like, that must be so fucking frustrating for them.
Yeah. A lot of people would probably state the opposite, that like men cut off women traditionally, but that could be some, I don't know. But
I almost think that's kind of a millennial thing.
This is like our personalities is like cutting off. Yeah. Because we just want to get our thoughts out. We want to get to the next topic.
You're absolutely right though, Lauren. I'm just speaking like in my personal like dating way. And you guys know I'm trying to be more feminine. And I'm like, I want to be a better listener. Like, especially, I feel like I'm so quick and some women are so quick to like tell you what to do or how to fix things instead of just like listening,
Yeah. I cut off you guys and almost everybody else.
You cut off everyone.
It seems rude, and I really, really want to work on this because it is rude. But the whole point is it because if I don't get the thought out really quickly, then I'm totally going to forget it.
Yeah. I empathize. I'm the same way, and as someone who loves interviewing too, like it's just something that I think I want to get really good at too. I need to stop doing it too. But I also know that like when people are doing it to me, it's not because they like, don't want to hear what I have to say. It's normally just like the norm now, and like what you were saying, Ash.
Yeah.
And now back to braces. I think I need to point out the privilege here because I think where I live now, I don't think braces are the norm. I don't think it's like a given, but I'm not sure. I'd have to like kind of go to a high school and figure it out.
No, that's a fascinating observation. It's so true. And I always feel that way when I go to Europe because that's like they don't put as much emphasis on having like a straight white smile as like we do in America.
It's as beautiful. If you don't have it, you're not beautiful, but there you can have like I don't know what the word is, like non-traditional beauty standards.
Yeah, and in Dominican Republic, obviously, I was telling you guys, I think maybe that's why my mom was so like, my kids aren't going to have this because having braces is so expensive. Like, we were on a payment plan.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a thing. And like, I feel like so lucky that my parents did it.
I know. I'm so glad too. But also, like, my teeth probably would have been totally fine if I didn't do it. Ashley's were all turned in and go in every direction. It was kind of funny, but also model-esque. If you really go back and look at it, she could have been something.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is we always try and change like our like one feature that makes us so unique. I think
my cousin had an adorable gap, right? Like a pretty hefty gap, and I was like, it's the most stunning thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Wait, my mom had a gap. I have to send you a picture of my mom. My mom was so like modelly stunning. And she had a gap and she wanted to close it. And I'm like,
it needs to be like a pretty substantial gap, I think, to like be recognized as such.
I'm going to ask I'm going to ask my dad to send me that picture. But the worst part of going to the orthodontist was, remember when they had to take the x-rays and they made you bite in that
and
like
it would
plastic?
pinch.
And I'm like, this fucking hurts. Like, how is there no like good technology?
They've changed it now.
Did they? What is it now?
Because I got Invisalign like months ago and I finished, but now they want to do a couple small adjustments. They take this like white like laser thing and they just go all the way around your teeth and just kind of like a little mirror inside, and they just take a 3D image without you biting or anything.
Wait,
I
that's
know.
amazing.
Yeah, and then
Wait,
it shows
Lauren.
up right on the screen.
Wait, Lauren, I know this isn't sponsored, but like your teeth look amazing. Should I get Invisalign?
I don't think you have anything to fix. I needed to fix them.
No, yours is so straight.
I mean, it's really easy. I mean, you can just wear them at night if you want.
Really? But they say that you have to wear it all the time or it doesn't work.
I wear it just at night, and you think my teeth look good.
How long did you do it for?
It was 10 trays, and I probably and I had to change them every 3 weeks. So I don't know, do the math.
What?
Yeah.
And is it so expensive? Is it like thousands and thousands
Yeah,
of
it's
dollars?
thousands of dollars.
Like, should I just get like a boob job instead?
I mean, if you want a boob job, it's probably the same price, honestly.
I don't want a boob job.
No,
I was just
don't
curious
think you need
if it was,
either
like,
of
the
those
same.
things, quite honestly. Like, if you needed them, I would tell you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
your
Thanks.
teeth
I
look
just gotta whiten them.
fantastic. No, you don't. They look so good. So, on the topic of, us not trying to cut each other off and just growing to be a better person. And also, I don't know if I told you this, Lauren, but you know how we opened up about being like really burnt out?
Yeah.
I got so many messages from people saying like, I totally know what this is like. I'm burnt out. I'm working too much. I'm not taking enough time for myself. And I just feel like life is so overwhelming these days. And a lot of us feel like we can't stop or we're going to be behind. And I think it's like
Totally.
such an unhealthy hamster wheel. Like we should be able to like take weeks off and not feel like we're missing out or behind on anything. And so
You're just going to perform better if you take a little break and go to BetterHelp and talk to a therapist, which I do multiple times a week. Whenever I feel like overwhelmed or I have like an issue, I just want to talk out with someone. It's nice to have a therapist like right on your phone that you can message, video call, or just phone call if you don't feel like seeing someone face to face.
yeah. And it makes you less burnt out with even like, because not just work makes you burnt out. I think all the roles in our life can lead to feeling burnt out. Maybe like you feel like you're not being a good enough friend or daughter or whatever it is. So BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. And it's so convenient that it'll take the burnout out of even finding a therapist there. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. So
For sure.
just so you know, BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. And so our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/getit. That's better, HELP.com/getit.
Okay, here's an I don't get it that I wanted to talk about last week, but we didn't have a chance. And I was like, oh, we'll save this. School teacher. Why do people say she's a school teacher? Like, duh.
Well,
mean,
you
if
guess you
you're
could
like
be a yoga
dance
teacher or
a
dance
yoga teacher,
Yeah.
all that stuff, sure. But then you say,
I'm a school
she's
teacher.
a yoga teacher. She's a dance teacher. But
No
if
one
she's a
says yoga
teacher,
teacher.
It's yoga instructor.
Yeah. Yoga
Wait,
instructor.
why is it yoga instructor?
I don't know, but isn't that annoying? I always found that annoying when people are like, she's a school teacher. Like, duh, she's a school teacher. That's what I would assume if you said teacher.
That is what I would assume if someone said teacher.
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
don't like
oh,
that. I
you're
don't like that. I
a
don't like school teacher.
Like teacher, yeah, me neither. I decided I don't like it either. Teacher is
You guys,
school.
I'm so glad you agree with me on this.
Professor is college.
Yeah.
I guess, okay, a school teacher, I feel like typically they'd be like elementary school. I'm a school teacher.
If you say you're a teacher, I'm assuming it's grades K through 12.
Yeah. Yes.
In my mind.
Same. And then professor, you're a college professor. And you're right, Lauren. Maybe people say school teacher to say elementary school. Like,
When
it's
I
like, oh,
When I hear school teacher, I think of a little red house with like a clock on it. Be like, go to the one school in the whole village, a school teacher.
When I think school teacher, I think like a rubber apple on a desk.
Exactly. Rulers and all.
Or like, you know, this is also something that's so old that no one does anymore, but desk placards, like Mrs. or Ms.
Is
whatever,
that old?
or
Do
Mr.
people not
whatever.
do that anymore, or we just haven't been in school for that long?
Maybe I just haven't been in school, but doesn't that feel like old?
Yeah. But I bet you they still have them.
I kind of want one now for my desk. I know that they have fun ones now. That's like badass bitch or girl boss.
I
You
got
mean
boss
Chugi?
lady
You mean
right there.
Chugi as shit
It's
thing?
so I
I
got
don't want
Chugi
that.
one right there that Jared got me years ago.
I don't want that, but I wouldn't want one that says Ms. Perez either. I can't wait to take on someone else's last name.
Can you not? I
just
are you
think-
sure? I bet you that like it'll come and then you'll get attached to it weirdly.
And they'll get attached to mine. Okay, can I just say Perez is like Smith in the Spanish,
Right.
You know, and so I'm always till the day I die going to be Naz Perez. Like if I'm on TV or like this podcast, like I'm always going to be Naz Perez. But for those that don't know, my first name is actually Jacqueline. And so when I take on a new last name, I'm going to be Jacqueline, whatever that last name is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So you basically have a built-in stage name.
Yeah,
which
like
is Nazareth.
yeah, and it's funny because it is my stage name, but it also is my name. It's not like I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be, and so my dream last name growing up, ever since watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was Banks. I always wanted to be Jacqueline
Banks. Ooh, Jacqueline Banks sounds great.
Maybe I'm manifesting a Banks into my life. But
Just
like,
go on Instagram and follow anyone with the last name Banks, and that's your husband.
Oh my God, that's so smart.
Wait,
Lauren,
that
you're
is
such a
such
genius.
a cute
And-
little meet cute.
Also, can I just say, in one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, Mary Poppins, they were also Banks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saving Mr. Banks. So
Yeah.
I love the last name Banks.
I'm so judging myself for saying, "Oh my God, that is such a cute meet cute."
That's not that bad.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I would kill you over
Why?
much different things.
I don't know, Lauren. Do you feel attached to Ike and Eddie now?
Yeah,
Eddie's
I
fucking
never really
amazing.
wanted to give up Ike and Eddie.
I always thought it was annoying. I don't know. I thought it was like a mouthful. But now, as I get older,
You
I'm
don't
more
want to say
attached to it.
Hyben.
No, and I like Haben. Okay, Haben. But Jared goes back and forth whether or not he calls himself Jared Haben or Jared Hybon.
I feel like men
Habon.
do
Oh,
this.
he says Habon. Yeah.
Habon. And I'm like, Jared, what the hell? Stick with one version. It totally depends on who he's talking about. He also always calls his dad Fred Habon. He never calls his dad Fred Haben.
That's random.
But he'll call himself Jared Haben. It's so strange.
But which one is it? Which one does he identify
Well, I'm
with?
okay only with Haben. I don't like Habon. Habon, no, gross. And it used to be Habonsky before, like at Ellis Island, which I
That's
think is
cool.
so much cooler.
Hey Bonsky. Hey Bonsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the Big Lebowski. I don't know why.
Well, because it's a ski.
Yeah. Well, also, Haben reminds me. Your guys' brain works like this too. Where like I think we should play word association because my mind thinks of such random
Can I
things.
look it up right now? A good
when
word association.
someone says a word, I can tell you a specific image or like something personal in my life. And you're gonna laugh. So Haben reminds me of an ice cream chain in Dominican Republic called Bon. It's called Helado Bon. Ice cream Bon.
Isn't
And so whenever
Bon like a dessert or a pastry? It's got to
Is
be.
it?
It's got to be because that's like Autobonbon.
Oh,
Bonbon?
yeah.
Bonbon.
Anyways,
Ashley, you are
so-
saying.
Bonbon? On that French place.
I know, but
No, it's upon.
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
think we're saying it like a joke, but it's definitely not how you say it.
Yeah, you're thinking of PAIN, and I'm saying helado bon,
bon.
was BON, like the end of Haben.
Okay, so when I see Bon too, I also think of pastries in Europe for some reason. Bon.
You're thinking of Pon.
Are you sure?
Yes. Like, what's the fucking famous the place in New York? What's the place in New York?
I don't know.
You guys, you fucking lived in New York. Le
Bon
Pon.
Pon.
Le Pon du Jour Bakery. Le Pon Could have 10.
Oh, I think of the
They have
Levon
them
Bakery.
here. They have them here in Beverly Hills too. Le Pon Could have 10. Is that how you say it?
Le Pon Cotidon. Le Pon Cotidon.
Obviously, we just don't know what we're saying in general.
It's Le Pon Cotidon.
I
But
know
how
what
do
I'm
you say
saying.
a bon bon?
I think it's on Bon Pon.
What is A Bon Pon?
You know, that chain of like croissant places.
A Bon Pon. Oh, yes. So there's A Bon Pon. Okay, so first of all, P-A-N, pon, what we're saying, has to mean bread.
Bread,
Because
yeah.
in Spanish, pan, which is spelled pan,
Yeah.
but pronounced bun, is bread.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously that's bread, right?
So then is this bon like dessert in
I
the
don't know what
romantic
bon-
languages? I'm just talking
Let's
about
see.
we're talking about the romantic language Latin tree.
What is bon in Latin? From French bon, from the adjective bon, what the fuck is it? I think it means good.
Okay. So like
So
goods?
maybe it's called good ice cream.
oh
Helado bon. I don't know.
oh could be.
Maybe. Who fucking knows?
Lauren seems very not entertained by this conversation.
Well, let's play
Oh,
word association.
because I'm looking up word association.
Okay.
So I basically, you just, you say a word and then whatever comes to mind, you spew it out. Is that
Should
it?
we just say it with like on a count of 3?
No, because then people listening won't be able to know what the fuck we're saying.
But at least then we won't have to go back and be like, oh, I just said that too. You say that. I wish I said that at the same time.
Oh, that's so true. That's so annoying. What do we do? Okay, so Lauren, you say a word. I think Lauren should go first.
But I have the list.
I know, but you have an association, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
with-
It
doesn't
I'll
give
say
you
it.
Like
an
your
association.
own association with the word.
I'll say it and then I'll wait like a second, 2 seconds, and then I'll say it, and then you guys can say it, and then everyone else at home can play.
Okay.
No, we're all going to go at the same time.
Yeah, let's all go at the same
including you.
time. Then we can
okay,
explain individually.
Glass.
I mean, glass. I guess I
Fragile.
think of like,
I think of the
fragile?
Beauty and the Beast glass stained door.
Oh, so like we're thinking visual, not just words.
I don't know. I'm just telling you how my brain works.
Got you.
That's like when someone says that, like when you said that, that's the first image that popped in my head.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like-
I guess I see a glass cup. You guys
Plum.
don't see a glass cup?
No, I just told you what I see. I see a glass stained window.
That's
Is that what it's called?
crazy.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stained glass window.
Stained glass.
Stained glass window.
All right,
glass.
plum.
Wait, Lauren, you didn't go.
I did. I
you
said
did.
fragile.
No,
You
what's
think
the image?
it's an image, Lauren. You can't think fragile.
I think of I think of like a vase.
Okay.
Why are we saying things like we're fucking Europe today?
What do you mean? A vase?
A vase?
I say vase.
I say I
'Cause
go
what
back
I'm
and forth.
What I'm
Ironically,
seeing in my head is a vase, not a vase.
I hope that if I ever go to jail, I get stuck there with you guys because I'll never get bored.
but then we'll run out of I don't get it because we're not living life. That's what
I'm
happens.
sure
We
they'll because
only
of
get-
jail. I don't get it.
Are you kidding? We have plain I don't get it for fucking years.
Yeah.
We're gonna have jail I don't get it every day.
I don't get it podcast jail edition. Put us
Yeah.
in jail for a week so that we can come up with a whole
We'd be
bunch
like
of episodes.
Episode 1. Do you call it prison or jail?
But you know that prison and jail are different.
I know. See, this is what I mean.
I didn't know that until a couple of years ago.
Are we prisoned or incarcerated?
Okay,
God.
you ready?
Yeah.
Let me think. Wait, let's see.
I can't believe you guys don't think of a glass cup. That's like the most obvious thing to me.
Well, obviously, different. We're
I
all
know.
different in the
That's
world, so we all
shocking.
think
That's just what I'm
different
saying.
things.
Straw.
I mean, I see a straw. That's like so dumb.
I think of straws and hay.
No, you do not.
The first thing I thought of, obviously, was a McFlurry spoon, and then I thought of a regular white straw with the red stripes.
Okay.
Plastic.
I think of my colored straws with the little bendable tops.
Oh wow! And then, I miss bendable straws. I want to go buy those from 99-cent stuff
definitely
today.
get those.
I bet they have them. I like the neon colored ones.
Yeah, that's what I have.
That's gonna be my summer thing. Drink. Oh no, that's not environmentally friendly. Just kidding.
It's whatever, but you know.
I think we should. This is stupid. It should be the first word comes to mind, like rapid
That's
fire.
different.
That's what I'm talking.
Okay, Lauren, we'll
Is
play
that-
your rules.
Okay,
That's less boring to me.
Okay,
I
cow.
mean, more boring.
Go.
Moo.
How? I mean, like,
Moo.
I guess spots. I guess I think of their
What?
fur.
You don't think of moo?
No, I think of their fur.
The first thing was fat that came to my head.
Really? Yeah. Wow, look at how different we all are.
See, this is faster. Okay.
This is fascinating.
Wild.
We're all so different.
Wild.
So this is really weird. I think of like straw, hay, wheat. I think of wheat blowing in the wind.
Okay, I
What
think
the
of
fuck? Like a tumbleweed? Oh, like the Wild Wild West.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not
Okay.
really like a tumbleweed, Lauren. I like literally just think of somebody like running through a field of wheat
Okay.
and it blowing around like a romance novel.
Oh my God, that's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly,
provincial
actually,
life.
exactly.
I
Provincial
thought of Safari, Africa.
I thought of like the movie 13.
Fuck. If any movie I would have thought of, because I kind of did, it was Reese Witherspoon Into the
in
Wild.
wild. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carrot.
I think of the texture, like when I bite into it.
Yeah, I think of a
of-
texture of a cooked carrot.
I think of the Easter Bunny holding like a big orange one in his
Mine's
hand.
raw.
Like a fluffy fake one.
Lead pencil.
Oh wait, we're not doing? Wait, sorry, I did an image.
I don't know. I guess
So
you're just
should I
very
have just said
image-oriented.
Easter
Yeah.
Bunny? Okay, I'm gonna stick to words.
Okay.
Okay.
Lead pencil.
Oh man, I mean, how do I describe this? A word? I mean, I can smell it.
Oh,
can
see,
feel
I
it
can't
writing
think
on
of
the
a word.
paper.
I can't think of a word either. I thought of going like this.
Oh.
Like pumping it to get it out a lot.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like. Do you smell when you're like in elementary school? This is for millennials, and you said go to the sharpener, like the
Yeah.
pencil sharpener station.
Great
And there'd
smell.
be like that
Yeah.
distinctive smell
On a rainy day, we're indoor
Oh.
recess.
Wait, Lauren, what was the word?
Lead pencil.
Oh, that's interesting. My mind went to mechanical pencil.
They're both lead.
I know I don't think of a regular pencil as lead. I think of it as wood.
You know, how dumb are regular pencils? Like, who would ever? My dad hated
What?
mechanical
I
pencils.
love
Because he would press
pencils.
too hard and they'd snap
Yeah,
every time.
He'd get so annoyed at it, at the mechanical pencils. And he's like, these are so dumb, so dumb. And I'm like, Dad, you just hold it dumb. Ugh. Yeah, Dad. You don't know what you're
Dad,
talking
you're
about.
All right, well, I'm over,
holding a
I'm over
pencil.
the word association.
Okay. Well, I have more. I don't get it.
I have and I don't get it too that we didn't get to last week as well.
Okay. Let's do that right after this break.
So one of my favorite things to do with Lauren is to talk fashion and outfits and what we're going to wear to like weddings and vacations. And we love finding stuff, Lauren and I specifically, that like looks super expensive but isn't, because that means we can buy a lot of it and like switch things out and just have an ongoing changing wardrobe. And Orate, I'm telling you guys, if you love jewelry and you know that layering is so in right now, I'm really into like big chunky gold rings. And I love Orate.
And I have my unwavering love for hoops. And I'm sorry to everyone who's over the hoops, but they are here to stay.
No,
So
they
Orate
look so
gives
good
me-
on you.
They honestly, they fit my face shape really well. I'm going to be honest. So they're here.
They do.
But Orate has gold, silver, rose gold, a whole bunch of things. So I went on Orate last week to get silver because I'm doing a whole silver outfit for a wedding, and I knew that they would come in clutch.
And that's such a good point you bring up, because I own a lot of gold jewelry, and when I need silver, again, I don't want to like break the bank. And it's so genius. Like these two friends were having brunch. One got a green finger from an overpriced ring, and then they started talking about how annoying it is, like how we just all spend so much money on like jewelry that sometimes turns your like skin green. So, if you are eyeing a piece but you're not ready to splurge all in one go, in addition to their transparent and fair pricing, Orate has actually also teamed up with Accure Savings so that you can actually enjoy the option of saving up for your dream jewelry. This is so much fun.
So helpful.
It's so helpful, and it's a creditless way to save and buy. So basically, you choose your product, you open your Accure Savings account, and then you make your first deposit, and then you're basically on your way to saving and earning rewards, which you can totally use towards your purchase. So start saving for your Orate purchase with a Cure Now. Plus, you'll earn 10% in rewards towards your purchase as you save.
So for 20% off your first Orate purchase, go to oratenewyork.com/IDGI and use the promo code IDGI. That's 20% off with no minimum spend, and they rarely have discounts this high. So 20% off. So I really encourage you guys to shop now while it's going on. This is one of the best offers out there, and it's exclusively for I Don't Get It listeners. So once again, it's oratenewyork.com/IDGI, and that's AURATE newyork.com/IDGI for 20% off.
And there's no minimum spend. So
No
it's
minimum
amazing.
spend.
Cool.
Okay. Summer camps, because all these kids are going to summer camps now. I wanted to know if Naz was a summer camp kid because Ashley was too scared to go.
I was a summer camp counselor.
Okay, I knew it.
A sleepover?
And that was the best job I've ever had. I was a counselor at Camp Palmetto in Boca. And I think out of like literally the 20 jobs I've had between like hostess, working at Victoria's Secret, like fucking everything I've ever done.
E-correspondent. She's like camp counselor above that.
Yeah.
No, literally being a camp counselor was the greatest joy of my entire life. Because
so
I
fun.
just got to be a kid because we went on field trips every day. And it was like laser tag today. Tomorrow we're going to go see a movie. The day after we're going to play Color Wars outside. It was like every day was something new and fun. And
So did you
competitive.
go to that camp before you worked at that camp?
No.
No.
I did go to a summer camp in Coconut Creek when I lived there in Florida, but I think just 1 or 2 summers. But it was more traumatic for me because I feel like I couldn't afford to go on all the field trips. So I like, always felt left out and like it wasn't as
I mean,
fun.
those are a lot of field trips that to go on as a
The,
counselor as
the
well.
Boca one, I know,
Yeah.
was amazing because that must have been an expensive camp
Yeah.
because we did shit every day. It was amazing.
Okay, so you've never done a sleepaway camp like Bug
No,
Juice.
no. But obviously, my Jewish friends from Boca have been a sleepaway camp. I've never. Have you?
No,
like
no.
parent
No,
trap
I was
camp?
petrified. I didn't know how anybody thought that was cool or fun. I was like, excuse me, leave my mom for more than 12 hours? No, thanks. In 7th grade, we did a trip to New York. So we slept over in a hotel one night with the whole white team at Cooper Middle School. And I had the most intense
To clarify,
separation.
the white team.
Oh God! There was a white, blue, and red team.
Yes.
Okay,
White,
Yeah.
blue, red, and gold team. They broke the 7th
they
grade down
added
into 4
gold
groups
with you guys.
randomly.
We only had 3. Okay,
hilarious.
so we went. Yeah, and I had the worst separation anxiety. I had the most horrendous stomach ache in my entire life, but like I wasn't throwing up, and it wasn't like nausea. It was just pure nerves. I hated it.
you had
sad. And you
anxiety.
you didn't have a cell phone, did you?
I didn't have my mommy. I didn't have a cell phone, so I had to like ask the chaperones to call on their phone. And I had Kelly's dad. Once I was with Kelly's dad the next day, which was a dad that I actually knew instead of like a random chaperone,
Like a parent,
I
a
felt
parental
better.
figure.
Well,
Yeah.
a parental figure that I knew better, like than just like a random parent.
Aw, so what'd you do that night? You were just by
Yeah,
yourself.
so
It
you
was
went
just,
to
I hung out with the adults.
Aw, Ashley, you feel so safe around adults.
I know. See, like I love adults, which is why Peter Pan freaks me out too.
Oh, because they go off alone
Yeah,
without
I'm like that
the
sounds like the
adult.
worst world ever.
Oh my God, this is like a real anxiety for you.
Oh yeah.
Ashley, wait.
Whoa.
So what were the kids doing while you were with the adults?
I have no recollection of that. I just remember like the one
blocked
adult
it out.
friend that I made friends with. I made friends with one and Lauren, Naz, you're gonna laugh so hard. The one adult
You
that
were
I
like,
made
quiz
friends
me
with.
on Justin Timberlake trivia.
No. She was a doctor. She was like a pediatrician. And I
Justin
was
got
like,
highlights in 2011.
I was like, I'll hang out with the pediatrician for the day. Thank you.
Oh my God. You're like, this is safe. This is
Yeah.
where I belong.
Ashley, you were
Yeah.
the cutest little nerdy little girl.
Oh my God, 7th grade. And we went to our first Broadway show, and I couldn't enjoy it at all.
What was
And
it?
It was Tom Sawyer on Broadway.
Oh.
What's that?
But then the next day, we went to the World Trade Center. And of course, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And that I have vivid memories from.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I felt so much better that day because, I was going home to see mom that day.
Wait, Ashley,
Wow.
what did you eat there? Because that always freaked me out. Like on field trips, they be like, pack a lunch or bring money. And then one time, mom just gave me money, I think, but I was like too nervous to do the whole cafeteria in the museum thing, so I didn't eat.
Oh, Lauren!
Oh my god! That's
Wait,
so
why am I gonna
sad.
cry right now? That's
Oh my
fucking
god!
sad.
You're so scared to order.
That's an emotional
Because
trauma.
I remember like going out to. I feel like mom and dad sheltered us far too much personally. Because I was too scared to order at a restaurant for a
far as
very long
ordering.
time. Yeah.
Well,
you know what's
yeah.
so funny? I feel like your house was just so fun, and your parents were so like you guys didn't want to leave that comfort. And I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here! I'm going to the museum." I would literally eat Cheetos for lunch. I was like the queen. I was like the queen of the back of the bus. I'm like, these are my people.
Well, we were the queens of the back of the bus too. Don't get us started with
Because
that.
we were
that
on
was
the
like
way home.
That was the only place in life that I like felt popular.
On the way home.
I felt so popular on the bus. But Lauren,
That's so true
funny.
because you have more of a chance of being popular on the bus because it's like
smaller
way less.
group.
The popular kids probably don't live near you.
Yeah, exactly. And you've known these kids for so long, you're just
And you
like,
know where they
comfortable.
live.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
and you
gosh.
know their
Oh.
mom. Wow, the
pool
safety of the
the-
school bus.
It's like, big fish or little fish, little pond situation.
No, big fish, little pond.
It's exactly.
wow,
Well, there was
that's
this one time when
100%.
I started getting crushes on the kids on the bus. I would bring them candy, and that's how I like started to like.
Oh,
try
Ashley
to
was
win
such
their
a
hearts.
seducer. You're such a seducer. I would write their name in Sharpie on the back of a seat and never talk to them because I was so fucking nervous that no one would ever like me.
Carving in their names.
Lauren, remember when I used to give Matt Gaudio Rolos?
Ashley, I remember, and it's one of my memories that I try not to think about at night as I'm falling asleep.
Wait, why'd you give him a Rolos? It's the worst candy ever.
I
No,
think
it's
he liked
delicious.
Rolos, so then we like all like ended up trying to like Rolos.
Why?
We love Rolos. It's delicious. It's milk chocolate.
I don't like
caramel.
them anymore, but Lauren
Such
loves
a
them
grandma
still.
candy. They
I
might as
don't
well
like
be
them anymore.
Werthers.
You guys don't know what they taste like.
I gotta go.
Okay,
have
wait,
a
we gotta
Rolos.
go back in time to Lauren asking about food on field trips.
What did you eat there?
On this 7th grade field trip, they gave us like a number of boxed bus lunches for sure.
Right.
Then I remember,
those.
Lauren, they had.
But Ashley, wasn't your mom? Sorry to interrupt. Wasn't your mom the chaperone on
for
some of these?
most things,
Haven't you
yes,
shared that?
That was another big thing. That this was the first field trip that my mom didn't like chaperone. The first
Got
big
it.
field trip.
She didn't
So
get
therefore-
picked, Ashley, right? Wasn't there like a raffle or something? Because you were freaking out.
Oh shit, Lauren, you may have just
Oh.
unlocked a memory. There's a
Wow,
good
this
chance
is therapy.
This
This
is
is therapy
There's
because
a good
that's
fucking
probably
chance.
because you know what's crazy? You fucking love Broadway, and that's crazy that your first Broadway
I know.
experience ever, you didn't feel safe because your mom didn't get picked as a chaperone.
I know.
Are you gonna be a chaperone on all of Dawson's trips?
If he wants me to be, I won't. I
Okay,
won't, like,
that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Don't put that on him.
yeah, no, because like I always wanted my mom to be, but like most kids
But
don't.
I
want their
didn't
parents
really
to be.
want mom to be necessarily. Yeah.
Well, I also feel like at 7th grade, I was thinking like, oh, she doesn't need to be anymore because she was always like the 4th through 6th, like Naz in our elementary school, like we'd have a one big charter bus field trip a year. Like, so the 4th graders, we went to Richmond. And like in 5th grade, you went to Gettysburg. And then in
Right.
6th grade, we went to Amish country.
What? That's
In
so
Pennsylvania.
cool. That's amazing.
But there were like day-long trips where you'd like get there at 6 a.m. and then like you'd get home at like 7,
Yeah.
you know? And
Or,
you
like,
take like
9
the charter
p.m.
bus. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 2-hour trips. Okay.
ours were like to SeaWorld and Disney.
Oh, well, that's awesome. We also did King's Dominion one year, so that was really big, and it was like
What's
so
King's
big.
Dominion?
You don't know what
That's
King's-
like
is that
we only
not
have
a-
one King's Dominion.
Okay.
And it used to be owned by Paramount. It was in random Virginia, an hour and a half south of DC. And it was Paramount's King's Dominion. And they had like all the Nickelodeon rides, and they had a whole bunch of like movie rides. They had like Forrest Gump themed stuff. It was like really cool.
What? When you first said it, I thought it was like medieval times. What a
No.
random name.
King's Dominion. You're right. It does sound like that.
It sounds
we're
like
just- we just think-
Hawaiian bread.
They have like
They got great roller coasters.
what else? It's like stupid cartoon characters now.
Yeah, it's like
Does it
Looney
still
Tunes,
exist?
which must
Looney
be.
Tunes.
Yeah, but it's not Paramount's anymore, so it's just a regular theme park.
Wow. What I would give for like an old 90s gray Looney Tune t-shirt right now.
Well, you know that they're all up in American Vintage. You could just go to American
I
Vintage
know, I need
and find
but
so
they're
many of those.
$80, or I could go to Six Flags and get it for $12.
And then you'll have to wash it,
times.
wash it,
And just
to make
wash
look
it and
vintage.
poke some holes in it.
Yep. That's how
I'd be like, oh, I had this Bugs Bunny shirt since I was 12. Just kidding. Got it at Six Flags last week.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, wait, you guys, we must go back to the lunches.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
No,
so
I
I
need to
vividly
know what you did for
remember,
dinner.
Lauren, you're going to laugh your ass off at this. I made it such a big deal when they gave us the agenda. And I remember to this day making it a big deal. And Mom must have been like, wow, it's
What
a
did I
nerd
raise?
bomber.
What a monster.
My kid is a nerd. I was like, Mom, we're stopping at the Delaware rest stop. The Delaware rest stop. We're stopping there on the bus. That's where we're going to have lunch.
Wait, Ashley, I love that you brought this up because the pit stops in Florida are the best. That's where we would have TCBY and Cinnabon and like Sbarro on the way to SeaWorld or
They
like
had all of
Universal.
that at the Delaware rest stop.
Yeah, pit stops are the fucking
Ashley,
best.
can I just clarify that you were excited about that because you were familiar with it?
1,000%.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I knew what I was doing. I knew exactly what I was going to want to eat because we would always stop there on the way to New Jersey.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
So that's like all I remember from eating. I definitely like got Sbarro or Burger King.
Ugh, I love a good rest stop. I want a Sbarro right now. I really love. I think that their marketing is fantastic. I don't think they've changed anything, and their little triangle box is so revolutionary to me.
So good.
I love it. I'm like, triangles should go in triangles.
Also,
And the fact that we put circles in
Oh,
a square
wow, Naz.
kind of bothers me.
I still don't understand why. I know there's some reason why. It's just easier
why
to
we have
fold.
boxes
Yeah,
instead
probably.
of
It's easier to
circle boxes?
transport.
Squares rather than circle boxes, yeah.
Man, do I want a Sbarro piece of pizza now? It's a great piece of
same.
pizza, guys.
Oh
And
my
I don't
God.
know why I say piece of pizza instead of slice of pizza.
Piece of pizza.
Yeah.
I
That's
always
not
say
according
piece
to the
of pizza.
Iconetti jargon rules.
That's a great slice. It's a great slice.
Sbarro is fan-fucking-tastic.
I haven't been there since it closed at our mall.
It's just as good as the Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Oh, Lauren, Tyson's Corner Mall nostalgia of the 90s and early 2000s. Like, think about it. Going to Mama Lucia's. I know this is like too specific.
Sorry, guys, this is very specific. But it's just
No,
like
I
when the
love
giggles and the puberty were real and you've never laughed harder while eating with your friends.
Like,
you know?
all we did was imagine situations in which we were like running into Justin Timberlake at the mall, and then we were eating like this greasy pizza while doing it.
There's nothing like being a teenager. It's like there's no sense of freedom than being in the mall food court where you're away from your parents. You got $15 in your pocket and you can choose what you want to eat.
You can
and it's
either
gonna
buy that
taste
hat
amazing.
or eat. Like,
Yeah.
one or
Yeah.
the other.
And Coral Square Mall, first of all, they had this massive aquarium. And you know, I love like fish and nature. And I would stare at it and it was right to the left of the Orange Julius. And so I get ice cream, and I love the samples from the Chinese.
Oh, the
place
samples from the
the
Chinese
samples,
places in the
orange
little
chicken
cups.
samples.
I'll
Oh
take
my
one. Yes, I'll
god,
take
They
one.
work.
Best.
They fucking work.
They
make
work.
one
You would
always-
literally get it.
Always. We get it. We get this, and I would always end up going for it. What a fantastic idea.
They make
What if
one batch of
McDonald's did
chicken,
that?
they hand it out, and they just sell 50 more plates of chicken.
Could you
And
imagine
then-
if McDonald's had like fries on toothpicks?
Oh my god! Like, can
can't
you?
just
I
have
would
one.
want that job. And then Chick-fil-A caught on, and Chick-fil-A used to do and where I lived, they used to do samples, and that was like, and it was their little chicken nugget, the fried one, and
One's
that
not enough.
nothing made you just like get in line quicker. They should have samples at like big airports, like Dallas Airport and stuff. Where they have all those food courts. I would
Yeah.
love to just like on my way to my next flight, just get a couple orange chickens in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I don't have to buy an $18 trail mix.
You know what I've encountered twice this? Oh, it's another. It's
It's another airplane. I don't get it.
When air
We need a soundboard. Do another airplane. I don't get it.
It should be like a plane taking off. Like, shoo. We need it. Can you put that in the edits? We need to ask for that. That's so funny.
Hilarious. Okay, so this week I was at multiple airports, and twice I encountered this situation. You know, when you like have just like, you think you have enough time to get like a real meal, like a good like pick up, meal where you go up to the counter, you wait 10 minutes to get it, and then they call your name.
A hot meal, not like a pre-made salad.
Yeah. Right. Like, don't give me this shit. It's in like the little freezer, like the fridge area with the pre-packaged meat. No, thank you.
Yeah, with all the sodium.
Yeah, you think you have time, but then you look at the line and you freak yourself out because you're like, shit, I probably don't have time. It's not worth the risk. And then you go to your gate and it says like 2 minutes before boarding. You're like, right, I didn't have enough time. Good, smart decision.
I made the right decision.
And then they take 20 minutes until they board, and then you're like, I surrendered myself to I surrendered myself to like a bag of popcorn when I could have had a hot meal, and it's all your fault.
You always got time. True. You always got time. Ashley, do you remember when we were running to a gate? But
Lauren, you were the last person to say that.
I'm sorry. I am the last person to say it. But when I need to be full when I go on a plane, okay?
Yeah, or you get so bloated.
Yeah, exactly. We stopped at Potbelly and the doors fucking closed and they wouldn't let us on. But our parents are already on. So we were like, please, our parents are already on. We're underage. We have this Potbelly in our hands. And they actually opened the door for us.
Which is outrageous. It was, it was us, Maura, and Lizzie. So we were like, I was 21 and the rest of them were younger. And we were just like these hooligans that insisted on having breakfast sandwiches from Potbelly for a 7:00 a.m. flight.
Yeah, we fucked
honestly,
up.
That sounds delightful. And
it's funny.
Ashley, you just made me laugh so hard because the amount of life-death decisions that are made at an airport, like everything is life or death. It's like, fuck, like, is this going to be 50 pounds over? Like, do I have time to make it? And then if there's a convenience store right next to my terminal, I literally run and I'll get like candy and
just in
I'll
case.
be the last. And I'm literally like, am I going to make it? Are they going to close the door? Like,
and then you get there and they're like boarding group 1. You're right, Lauren. Yeah. You always have time, except for that one time with Potbelly.
Okay, so what my strategy is, I need a water or death, 100% water or death. Yeah. So I first get my water and my chocolate.
Get a water on board, like
no, Ashley, not when you have anxiety and you need to chug a gallon of water, or if you need to take a pill.
Can I just say something? Also, like, if you're waiting to get on the plane for water, you're waiting a fucking hour. Because they don't even give you goddamn water till you're like up in the air. And I only drink alkaline, and I hate airports that don't have Essentia.
Oh my God.
That's like the airport water. Like it's everywhere.
No, I'm telling you, there's options. Like airports where there's none. Oh. Like Burbank has like very limited options for alkaline.
Yeah, Burbank.
See, I get more freaked out with the food, which I always, as Lauren knows, always have a little stash of something in my backpack, which is like probably
it could be
like
a cracker from last year, but it's still quite fresh.
I'll tell you guys, it might be 3-year-old trail mix, but that trail mix doesn't go bad if I need it.
So fucking nasty. The amount of expired food that you've eaten in your life. I would love like a study on Ashley Iconetti's stomach. And like, is expired food even real? Because I feel like you thrive on eating.
Know it like
you
lasts,
walk
like,
that edge. You walk that edge. Like you eat it the day of expiration.
And a week beyond, except for lettuce. Because that one time, Lauren, with lettuce, I'll do lettuce like 2 or 3 days. But Lauren and I, after the food poisoning from lettuce, no.
Wait, Ashley, did I ever say the quite fresh story on here?
Of course you did.
I did. When Ashley offered me spaghetti in her fridge.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And did I say that?
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive you have.
Okay.
Because I told, you did.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just so you know.
So hold on one
second.
I just have to continue to elaborate on the snacks on the planes for a second.
Yeah.
Because one time, will stay with me. If you don't get food and say you're on like a long flight, like one time I was up there and I want to say it was a couple hour long flight and they were like, we have no more sandwiches left. Like, we have no more food left. So what if you were up there and you were like, oh man, what if you were like, be bored and you're like, oh, I'm hungry, but I'll buy one of the sandwiches on the plane.
Yeah.
And then you got on like a cross country flight and you're like, no more food.
You're fucked.
Well, you didn't let me finish my sentence. You get a water, you get a bag of chips or like Cheez-Its or something like that. That's going to be delicious. And then you get some chocolate. And then you sit down, you see how much time before boarding, and then you get your hot meal.
Okay. That's Lauren's very smart, but in my case, I get the Gardettos, remember? Gardettos are like a plain snack for me.
Gardettos.
Yeah, remember we talked about this on a podcast, the little brown cracker in like the mix, the cracker mix.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gardettos are my go-to.
So good.
Oh, so instead of chips,
I will
is what you're
say
saying.
that's why JetBlue they just
They
know
never
what they're
run out of
fucking
food.
doing. They know what they're fucking doing because they give you a goddamn pantry in the middle.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can get up and have as many as you want. And I'm like, this is how flying should be. How the fuck did we get from like literally Pan Am, like luxury, people wearing heels,
Like literally
getting
glass
fucking
martinis
at the bar to a goddamn bag of almonds?
Yeah.
Like, why
I'll
why
take a
am
bag
I
of
living
almonds.
now?
Don't give me those shitty pretzels. I fucking hate the pretzels.
I
And
love
that's
pre-
all they give on like American. Like American, we all know this is the worst of the worst. I really think American is
But
the
that's
worst of
so
the worst.
true now. It's like,
I think United is.
No, United. Okay, so United's really shitty when it comes to like little doodahs. But if you're doing like a long flight on United, it may not be that bad.
It may not be it. I'm telling you, the Biscoff cookie has saved so many flights for me because that's like my 2 minutes of joy.
The Biscoff cookie is like such a it's not even a deep cut here on the I Don't Get It podcast. Like if you listen to the I Don't Get It podcast, you know the Biscoff cookie.
Yeah,
Tried and
people
true.
send me Biscoff ice cream all the time in my DMs. It makes me so happy.
yeah.
Ice cream?
I love it.
There's Biscoff ice cream?
Yeah, like they'll send me people
Holy
send me
shit.
pictures from the grocery store and they'll be like, "Look, this new Biscoff product." Like I'm always up on Biscoff because people know how fucking obsessed I am with Biscoff cookie.
So we're doing a spiked root beer float at Audrey's. We're premiering it today. And I'm thinking instead of vanilla ice cream, what if we put the Biscoff ice cream in there just for a little more like spice?
Wait, I just had an idea.
Lauren's like,
you
no, stick to the traditional.
No,
No,
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
stick to
That gets to be
traditional.
good.
But I think that you should have a Biscoff item on your fucking menu because that is the most underrated cookie. And like you should have something Biscoffy
Where
at
we
fucking
crumble
Audrey's.
it on top of like whipped cream.
on everything.
Or you make like a Biscoff martini and you roll the
Biscoff
top in
martini.
the
Roll
cookie.
it in there. Oh,
Yeah.
You crumble the
my
cookie.
God. What about
Yeah.
an Oreo martini, guys?
But Oreo's like, yes,
So
you know, it's-
overdone.
Yeah. It's
no, it's a
overdone.
vegan cookie. You can get it at McDonald's. You know, I'm kind of an expert in this area. But I will say the Biscoff, like you're really hitting a niche market because you can only really get it on planes. People don't often buy it from the grocery store. And now you can go to Audrey's and get Biscoff.
I think that would be so cool.
Like that would make me want to go to Audrey's. You know?
I'm
I'd be
going
like,
to
oh,
get it.
I'm gonna get a Biscoff.
I'm gonna get it.
And when you get a coffee, you should put a little Biscoff cookie on the little plate of it.
Well, now you're upping our costs.
Well, maybe Biscoff will send you stuff. I don't know. You're
So
rich
Biscoff
and famous.
wants to send us some unlimited supplies so we could put a nice little
Or like
a dipping
come
cookie.
come
a little,
this week and you get a free Biscoff cookie. With
Yeah,
your-
maybe it'll be Biscoff week, and you can maybe you get it wholesale, and then you'll give me the discount code.
you guys imagine dipping a Biscoff cookie in tea and then putting the so good.
In everything,
Great stuff. Oh, I have another I don't get it before we go.
Okay.
Oh, I have two. Holy shit, guys. We just keep the rambles going because we can keep rambling on. Wow, I have two
Rambling
to go through.
on.
All right. Well, because we're talking about food, I'll go with the more topical issue or point.
Okay.
Taco Bell has a new place in the Midwest, I think.
I saw.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Where
amazing.
it's a drive-through, but it's like it looks like a bank drive-through.
It's a canteen. It's the drive-through cantina.
Is it, I don't know. Is it a drive-through cantina?
We went to the cantina after Backstreet Boys in
I
Vegas.
know.
Yep.
Every time I go to Vegas, I go there because I always stay at Planet Hollywood. Okay, wait.
Amazing.
There's also
you guys,
a Palm
look this
Beach.
up.
There's a Taco Bell hotel in Palm Beach.
Oh, that's right.
Wait,
Okay,
did I know
but-
about that?
But going on to this new drive-through, it's like multi-lanes, which is not revolutionary when it comes to fast food, but like this looks like something out of the future. And they like drop your food down slots.
Oh.
You didn't see this?
No, I didn't.
Wait.
So they like put it down a tunnel and it just goes.
Taco Bell.
That's so fun. This is the one in the Midwest?
Yeah. Just like look up Taco Bell drive-thru Google News.
Okay, amazing.
Waiting for responses.
Hold on.
Oh, amazing.
Reimagine drive-through in Midwest. Let's see what this bit. Oh, it looks like a bank. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Order and pay, pick up. Wow. Why do they have so many yellow
I wonder if it's
bumper
like
things?
a hot spot for like nightlife or something. Because I don't know that you would need all of this for like your everyday Taco Bell.
Let me see. Taco Bell shoot Midwest. Remember, do you guys remember when you would go to the bank? Is this what you mean? And you would put like your check in that little sucky thing?
Yes.
Is that what this is?
Well, it drops the food down a sucky
Yeah,
thing.
so
Yeah, so this is based off like a 90s, 2000s
the
bank invention.
Jetsons.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys, it's so Jetsons-like.
Wow.
They used to get all their drive-through meals through tubes.
Wow. Do you think that the tube, like they must have to pack the tacos so well?
Am I making
the
this
shredded,
up, though?
So the
I
shredded
don't know,
cheese
actually. It just looks
doesn't
like a
fly
very
everywhere.
big Taco Bell to me.
Taco Bell drive-through.
This is the one in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone at Taco Bell is listening, I would love to be flown here to test all of this.
We'd love to do a
so
collab
do
with you,
I.
Taco Bell.
We'd love to
we'd
collab, but here I can't do it because I'm a mom.
We get Taco Bell.
Okay, hold on. So, this is how it works. It says the kitchen was built with a 4 drive-through lane and a takeout window, so you can do the traditional takeout.
You better
window.
fucking get to a good point here, because you're telling me you could pick up your Taco Bell or you could order it. like you're
Okay,
telling me what a drive-through is.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let's see. The kitchen was built with a 4-lane drive-through
I
and a
cannot.
takeout window.
I cannot.
Locally engineered conveyor system. Lowers the
Wow.
food down to the pickup kiosks. It has double the food production lines of a typical Taco Bell, so it can handle twice the volume, and orders are fulfilled within 2 minutes. Taco Bell already boasts the fact that they have the fastest drive-through service in the business.
They really do.
The average fast food line takes 364 seconds from you know from driving in,
Right.
and Taco Bell came in at 268 seconds.
Wow.
It says why it matters: this idea for this Taco Bell where tacos drop down from the sky. There's no indoor dining. Was dreamed up before the pandemic. He said
COVID.
no, it was dreamed of before.
I know, I'm saying, but like I'm thinking of now how this is like
Oh no! I
no
also
contact
can't
sort
read.
of delivery.
I also
You know
can't
what I
read.
mean?
It says it was dreamed up
food.
during the pandemic.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
All right, fine. I
Sorry,
guess I guess there's nothing really revolutionary except there is a tube, and you can order it online, and then you go and you say like I'm here, and then the food comes down the tube.
I think it is revolutionary,
I think-
and honestly, people are still sick and stuff. It's a great way to like gut
Really-
your food
really
and have
nourish
no
people.
con-
Oh, yeah.
nourish yourself at Taco.
Yeah, really nourish yourself.
and feel like you're in the Jetsons. I love it. Anything retro, super future, I'm into.
Retro super future. Talk about.
Sorry. Retro super future is the name of an eyeglass brand I love. I meant to say retro futurism.
Oh, but I
that
kind of like the
too.
first one.
Yeah, well, they have really dope glasses. Wow, this is just like a fucking NASCAR car of a podcast.
But wait, that's like
future.
so cool. It's like retro. Like that's really.
Wait, Ashley,
a
you
cool
know
concept.
that's Ashley. That's my aesthetic. You didn't. That's everything.
That's
I
my
love.
aesthetic of life, Ashley.
No, it is retrofuturism. It's anything that looks like
It's what they
from the
imagined
past,
our
from the past
now
in the
would look
future.
like.
So
Yeah.
think of like a DeLorean.
It's the entire
think of
movie
like
Back to the Future.
literally, it's my whole life.
Yeah.
Like 70s future.
Okay. Basically,
Yeah.
it's what they imagined today would look like back then.
Yeah, but like, did you ever see Maniac on Netflix with Emma Stone and Jonah Hill?
I did not.
Did you guys see Severance on? Okay, Severance is retrofuturism, like the design.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, I'm glad that I enlightened you with this. It's
you.
very. No one take it. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone get into
A
retrofuturism.
couple people have.
Okay, love everyone.
right,
Thanks for
love
joining
and
us.
Bye.
Bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.
Podcast.